Hi, this is Cherie with Rehash Fiber. Today I'm going to teach you how to spin a single that's going to stay a single. Hello everybody. All right, we are going to have some fun today spinning a single, and I'm going to tell you why. First of all, check out these beautiful colors. This is from World of Wool's Advent fiber that they did, and this was one of the ones that I got. And the colors are so beautiful. So I want to spin this as a single and rather thick because I want to continue to see all these beautiful colors. What was really cool is they made that suggestion. With each bundle of fiber, they included a little card, and sometimes they would say, why don't you could do this or that. And when it said single, I'm like, yeah, we're doing a single. So I'm going to take you along with me while we do this single. And I'm going to tell you a couple of things. When you're spinning, you just always have to remember that as thick as you want your fiber, you have to have that much fiber there to spin with. So you can't make something thicker if you have drafted it out too much. So remember, I'm going to try to make this moderately thick, like not a super fat single, but enough so we see all these colors. So I need to be sure to leave enough fiber there. So the other key things to remember when spinning a single is overspin it just a bit and then leave it on the bobbin for a while. Once you're done with that and you put it in the sink for that rinse, make it a hot bath with a cold rinse so that it will felt just a little bit. That's basically all there is to it. But come along with me and I'll show you what to do. I make a braid of the fiber so that it's not all over the place and very controlled. I've got my thick single here. It's fun because I see the colors there and they're not going away, they're just twisted in, and it's, I don't know, it just makes it really fun for me to see that. You can see the colors there. That is exactly what I wanted to happen. Just remember, everything is about making adjustments to make it work for you. So after a little bit of spinning, I decided it was going to work better if I took the roving and just split it in half down the middle. It made it really close to the thickness that I wanted, so I have to do minimal drafting, and it just made me have a better handle on it. And isn't that great seeing all the colors? All right, I have a tip for you. There was a spell where I was not seeing any of the orange, just the blues, a little bit of the yellow. And I'm trying to reenact it for you right now. If you want to change up what you see and you have different colors like this, flip it over and it will change what is spun on the outside. So you can play with that back and forth. Like, I want to see if there's red, I want to see it. Okay, the red's kind of gone there. We get to another area, I'll make sure the red shows. All right, so we want to see a lot of that. We're going to make sure it's on this side. See all that red? That's cool. The red and the orange and the blue. And you can just move this until you're getting the spin you want. Three ounces have been spun. It's very pretty. I like how it kept all the colors and it just went really fast. So now I'm going to let it sit for 1 week and let that twist and energy just stay in that fiber. The standalone single has been sitting for a week on the bobbin. Now I'm going to put it on the Nitty Knotty and we're going to take another look at it. I'm going to soak the standalone single in a very hot bath. Our house temperature for the hot water is 120, and that is what I use for when I'm scouring fleeces and when I want to set the twist here. And so we're going to fill the sink and give it a nice hot bath. I'm going to use just a couple drops of dish soap. All right, while it's in the hot bath, I am going to agitate it. I do want the fibers to stick to each other. Yeah, I see a lot of twist in there, and so I'm just kind of straightening it out, just kind of coaxing the fiber to not be twisting and then felting on itself in the twist. Once I feel like it has really been soaked through with the heat, I'm going to shock it with cold. Nice cold water. Gonna let it be all cold, hopefully felted. All right, what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to pat it dry in the towel, and then I'm going to wing it around a little bit outside and hang it out to dry. So there you have it. We have our standalone single, and you see how it is strong enough to be worked with all on its own without being plied with anything else. So I mentioned earlier, one of the reasons to do it was to see all the beautiful colors in that skein. But another good reason, and this is why I did it, was to get out of my comfort zone. So for those of you that have watched past episodes, you know that spinning is like therapy for me, and I have my go-to that's spinning, probably fingering to DK weight. So it's good for me to push myself and do different things. And that's why I wanted to share this with you, because it is very good to do. It's fun to try something totally different. On that note, we are on this journey together, and I want to tell you some of the things that I wish I'd done different, so that you not only learn from what I'm doing, but you learn from the things that I wish were different. So you do need spin to keep it together, but I feel like I put too much spin in. So I'm going to tell you to back off just a little bit. I did have a little problem with some areas coiled, and so how I solved that was I put my skein, after it had washed and dried, on the back of a chair, and then I made a ball and put a rubber band around it. And when I would get to a part that was coiled, then I could just let the ball's weight dangle out the coils. That's how I handled that. My yarn was irregular. Some parts are thin and some are thick. Now I'm very easygoing because I love all this so much that I can turn anything into something else. And if I don't know at that moment, I know eventually it will. So this is not perfect, but I got what I wanted. I can see the colors. It's great. So I'm happy in the end, I got what I wanted. Now, I did try knitting this up yesterday, and I didn't like all the colors mixed together in the knit. So this is going to be a nice yarn for weaving. And I'm going to make sure that in the weave, I see all the beautiful colors. So when I do get it woven up into something, I will show it to you. All right, so it's time to talk Patreon. Patreon is how viewers who are enjoying the show can contribute just a little bit and help keep the show going. So you can find that on my website, rehashfiber.com, and you can join Patreon for as little as $3 or $5 a month, and that truly helps. All right, so we have 2 new Patreon members, and I want to give them a shout out. They are super fans. We have Missy Cuss. Thank you, Missy Cuss. And you know what was really funny? She was watching the Sedona Fiber Adventures, and she heard me talk about the boots, and so she's like, show us the boots. Well, they're not here yet. They were on back orders, so when they come, you're all gonna be seeing the cool boots I got in Sedona. And the other person, Jessica James, she's a super fan. And you know what? When her name popped up, I'm like, is this the Jessica James? I met her at my friend Sheila's house a couple of years ago. She gave Sheila a ton of fiber. Sheila gave that fiber to me. I spun 4 pounds of this beautiful brown fiber that I called Houston because that's where Jessica's from. Thank you, Jessica James, for becoming a super fan and for also all the fiber that ended up with me. And anybody else who'd like to help out, it's greatly appreciated. All right, good luck if you spin a standalone single. Happy spinning, and thanks for watching.